Hello and welcome back to the Alex YouTube channel. Or it's animated Alex YouTube channel, I should say. Hope you're all well. Good evening. As you know, we've got 3 projects on the go. We've got the platform game, we've got the ATIC ATAC game, and I just threw this one into the mix as well, just for the hell of it. Sinclair C5 Destroyer. I've been working on it during the week. And it has been, excuse the language, it has been a bastard. I have really struggled with this one. I've had so many bugs with it. It's one of those games where I should have started again and rewrote the whole thing. But I kept going with it, and I'm going to show you what I've done. There are still a few little bugs in there which I have to iron out still. And I have also compiled it. This isn't the compiled version, this is the basic version. The basic version is actually running better than the Encoder 3 version. And I think the reason why is because the compiled version is just going too quick. Anyway, let me show you what I've done. So, intro screen. This can be changed. For now, I've just put to recharge your battery, hit the ZX Spectrum logo with the front of your C5. Don't shoot it or crash into it. So you've got to hit it dead on to recharge, yeah? Beat the high score. So it's just a high scoring game at the moment. There's no enemy boss at the end of it or any objective for an end of the game sort of thing, because I haven't got that far. Anyway, stop yapping and let's push the fire button to start. So I'm using my joystick. So not a lot has changed here. I've tidied up the bottom of the screen. Improved the laser slightly. It runs better, the laser, when it's been compiled. Hence why I've done it like I've done it, because I was going to compile it. I've had the scores flash up, so every time you shoot one of the logos, the score comes up. I've tried to as well represent the scores there with the RAM size of each computer, apart from the CPC and the BBC Owl. Those are ones I've still got to put in. So you've got the Commodore logo, you've got the 64 there, the Atari for 16, and the Dragon 32, and the Acorn was just 2 on RAM size apparently. So Google tells me. So this is new. The caution logos are armed. So the logos will now fire back at you. So like that. So caution, they will fire back at you. I've improved the battery meter as well. So the battery is constantly draining as you're moving now. I've put a little step timer on there. So when it gets to a certain number, it knocks the battery down. I put the battery bar a bit longer than what you previously saw in the last live stream as well. You'll notice as well that some of these don't always get destroyed, because what I've done with the higher numbers, on some occasions you've got to hit them more than once to destroy them, just to make it a little bit harder. That's mainly on the more high scoring ones, like the CPC and the Owl, the BBC logo. I did find, because I'm using draw for the laser, having all sorts of problems. There you go, I had to shoot that one twice then. Having all sorts of problems when shooting the logos. It was leaving a black pixel in front of it. And of course, the logo would pick that up. Even though you hadn't shot, it would just wipe the logo out. So I had to print a space at the end of the laser to get rid of it, basically. There is still a bit of a teething problem with the laser shooting, especially when the logos are firing back at you. So the recharge will only come up when the battery is halfway drained as well. So when the battery is halfway, the logo, you have to collect the Spectrum logo to recharge. So that is all I've done to it so far. Nice little explosion there as well in user-defined graphics. Let me show you the code. I have done a renumber. So everything's a little bit tidier. Like I say, not a lot done. What I did do with the what am I trying to think of? Trying to remember what I've done. The ATTR for laser shooting. I didn't need to put all of those ATTRs in to detect the enemy logo. We only needed 2. Let me take you to that now. I'm trying to remember what line number it is. I think it's 400. Which line number was it? So that's where we're shooting them. So you'll see there 150. We've got it equals black. So it's on 0. That is the front of the C5 basically. So if an enemy laser hits the front of my C5 and it goes black on those coordinates, then we've been destroyed. So that's when the logos are firing at us. So I'm just trying to find where we actually shoot. Let me go back to the beginning. And so line 70, so line 100 and list line 690. So when we're firing a laser now, you'll see there 750 if F equals 1. So F1 is the Spectrum logo. So if we hit that, it goes to the game over routine. Shouldn't have hit it. Okay. 760, that is when we hit a logo. Okay. I didn't have to do it for every single one, just the one call, because the program knows which logo we're on for the score. So yeah, took that one out. The only one I had to add was the Atari, because it has a paper color in it. So 770, that had to be added in, have its own separate ATTR. So that was it. And taking all those others out, I did notice a difference in the speed. The recharge flashes up. That's at line 790. That flashes up now if the battery bar has gone halfway. So it flashes up on the screen at the bottom, just to tell you that you need to get the logo. Otherwise, your battery's just going to keep draining. That's all I've done, really. Not a great deal. Oh yeah, one other thing. The graphic for the Acorn, I had to put it in 2 parts. So let me try and find it. So as you remember, it was just one user-defined graphic. I had to do it in 2 sections. I can't remember which one it bloody is now. S, that was it. S and what was the other one? P, no. The other half of it here is somewhere. There we are. S and R. I had to do it in 2 sections. And the reason why is because my laser is firing. Let me just go down to it. Line 200. Because I've renumbered it. I've literally just renumbered it before the stream started. So of course I'm used to where it used to be on the old numbering system. So now I'm trying to find out where I've put stuff. But the reason why I had to do that was because it was a single user-defined graphic, and all the other graphics are using 2 spaces to print. Obviously, when I had the single user-defined graphic, I had a black space in front of it, and every time I pushed the laser to shoot, it detected black and wiped it out no matter whether you'd hit it or not. So hence why I split it into two to prevent that from happening. And there it is at line 610. So that's the let commands telling that logo what to do. So now you'll see let I2 equal 4. So that's the right hand side of the graphic, and then you've got at the beginning let I equal 4. That's the left hand side. So yeah, left, right. Okay, and that solved that problem. So like I said, there's all these bugs that were happening. Like there are still a few in there. They haven't actually happened since I ran the program and shown you. What I will do now is I will show you the compiled version. Before I do that, I'm just going to head over to the chat room. And let me have a little read. Welcome everyone. 12 watching. Wow. Midnight. I've got some good news as well. Good news. Well, good news if you like watching me. And I shall let you know that in a minute. So who have we got here? Franco. We've got all the regulars in as always. Good evening everyone. Good to see you all. Ronald, Will, Coyote. Yeah, all the regulars are in. Nice intro screen. It'll do for now. You will learn more that way. Nice little jet man in the... Oh yes, I forgot to tell you as well. You may have noticed I put a gun on the front of the C5. I'm not too sure whether I like it or not. Okay, let me just... There it is. See the gun at the front? I'm not too sure whether I like that. It doesn't really look like a gun. I don't know what it looks like. But yeah, I just thought for a bit of fun, I'll put some armory on the front. I'm not sure about it though. So good idea with the RAM scores. I like the road color change. Yeah. So the road color changes when the logos are firing back at you. Yes, even better is that in this case Commodore carries most points. Yeah. Okay, just reading through, seeing if I did try the black space behind it, Franco, and it still did it. It still did it, no matter where I put that black space, front or back. Every time I pushed the laser, no matter where the acorn was on the screen, it would blast it off. It's probably because it's recognizing black. I don't know. And the only way I could think of getting rid of it was to split the graphic. So yeah. Sierra, hello to you. I saw someone else there as well. Where's he gone? Sunburst, hi Rainbow, hi Animated Owl. That on the Spectrum community are here for you. Brilliant guys, really appreciate it. There was someone else I saw. I don't think I gave them a shout out. I'm sure I will. Oh, there, Smomo, he's here. Nice to see you. Right, let me show you the encoder 3 version, which, well, rather than me saying what it's like, let me load the thing up and let's have a look at it. So this is the encoder 3 version, and this picks up all of the little bugs in the game. Okay, not always, but sometimes. And it's a lot better faster. A lot better. And you'll see now why I did the laser like it is. So you got to shoot some of them twice, especially the high number ones. See, there was a bug there. I hadn't even shot it and it went. Doesn't happen all the time, but there is a bug there, which is a bit of a pain in the ass because it doesn't do it on the basic version. I basically got a random call for the the shooting of the logos. Worked out where different screen positions were and just randomized those numbers. One thing what that was happening as they went past you, sometimes for some reason your C5 would just blow up. I don't know whether I've solved that. It hasn't done it for a while, so maybe I have. But as you can see, the performance is a lot better. There we go. See, now what happened there? So there's a bug there. It shouldn't have done that. Hasn't it? Yeah. So there is a bug somewhere in the game, as you can see, but it's not doing it on the basic version. So whether it's just running so fast it's not catching up with itself, I don't know. Yes, I did the laser in various colours. Somebody mentioned it on the last stream, and I thought that ain't a bad idea. I tried to read some of the messages from the last live stream, some of the comments, and implement them ideas into this. So there you go. Oh, so yeah, I put a high score in there as well. So your high score is what you've got to beat. Yeah, so if I can just iron those bugs out, then this would be a nice little game. There we go. So I just did a random colour change on the road. It's just basically to let you know that the nasties can now fire at you. Yeah, there we go. Let's just turn that down a bit. Now, somebody in the stream last week said to me that they had made a game and I offered to play the game if they sent me the link. I don't know whether you did send me the link if you're listening, but I can't find the link. So whether you did, I don't know. Why is the acorn only worth 2? Well, I read on Google somewhere that it only had, hang on, let me find it. It's only got acorn computer. I read somewhere that it only had a very small 2 kilobytes of RAM or something. I can't remember where I read it now. So that's why I came up with the 2. Plus, the number fitted very nicely just underneath the single user-defined graphic, which I could change now because I've split it in half. Because I've still got the single user-defined graphic on there. But I did read somewhere about it. Oh, that's right. I need to write in RAM size, don't I? What was the Acorn computer RAM size? Yeah, there it goes. It was actually 2 gigabytes. Sorry. The term Acorn can refer to a specific history of software. The recommended RAM for which is 2 gigabytes or less. So yeah, it's actually 2 gigabytes. But I thought I'll use the 2 because it fits very nicely underneath the its logo. That was the main reason, which I could change now. So yeah, I could change it. See, I wanted a different number for each one. I didn't want another 16. I didn't want another 64 or 32. Hence why the CPC hasn't been changed and the BBC one hasn't been changed. Because, I mean, I suppose I could step one of them up to 128. But I was trying to keep it looking pretty with the numbers very nicely tucked underneath. That was me just being anal, really, and wanting it all to look streamlined and, you know, because unfortunately with the Spectrum, as you know, you can't really central stuff up lovely underneath everything. So that's the reason why I went for the numbering I've done, because it fits nicely underneath my graphics, or your graphics I should say, because you guys designed most of those user-defined graphics. So yeah, that was my reasoning. It can be changed. You don't have to have that. We can change it. Anyway, as the title of the live stream said, challenge for you. Now I'm going to put this up on itch when this stream is finished. Let me find it again. I've got so many games on it. What did I say? I wrote it down. What did I save it as? C5 logo D. C5 logo D. This is why I wish the retro Spectrum would allow you to delete files when you don't need them anymore. Then I could get rid of some of this shit and have a clean palette. But instead of having to unplug it and put it into my laptop all the time. So there's the basic version. So what I was going to do, I was going to put this up onto itch, and I invite you all, for those who like doing basic, to see if you can improve it. Do something with it, okay? Because I don't really want to do any more to it. I've got to concentrate on the other two projects. I need to do some work on them for the next live stream. And then we can always come back to this. And if a few of you take this up, or if only one of you do it, or two, or whatever, I will then do another live stream. You send me what you've done, and I will showcase it and show everyone, because I want this to be like a community game, because that's, you know, it's just gets a bit boring with me doing it all the time. It'd be nice to see some of your code and for me to put it up on the screen and say, so and so did this, look how they've done it, look at the result they've got. We can learn from your coding as well, rather than trying to learn from me, because obviously I'm not the best. I try my best anyway. But that is my challenge. It's going to go up on itch. Have a go. Rip it apart. I'll quickly go through the code so you can read the screen. So there we go. There's 10 to 150. I don't know why I've put 50 ink 7. I think I was trying to eliminate the problem with the logos picking up something when it wasn't even there, to stop them being destroyed when the laser had fired. I was just experimenting. There's probably bits in this code as well that can be taken out now from me experimenting. May have forgotten to take a line back out, if you know what I mean. I'm sure we've all done it. So there we are, 160 down to 230 now. There is still a bit of a problem with the random call as well, I've noticed. Sometimes two logos, you know, like the Atari logo, for instance, it will do its run and then it will come again. And I thought we'd stopped it from doing that. Maybe I've done something in the code. I don't think it really matters, but it's just annoying because we'd asked it not to do that. So it might be down to my messing around with it and experimenting and my experience. So 240 down to 340. Like I say, I'm going to make this available for download on itch, and I don't know, I might put the M-code version up there as well. I think you know what, I may not. I might leave that off for a minute because I want to get it working properly. As you saw, there are still a couple of flaws in it where I can't get it to do it in the basic program. So whether it is because it's just running too fast, I don't know. I've never had problems before, so maybe those problems will occur at some point when I'm playing the basic version. 350 down to 470. It was coming to the point where I almost rewrote this because I wanted two nasties to come up on the screen, or maybe even three at a time for you to shoot. And I tried to do it, but because of the way I've coded it, it was causing me all sorts of problems. And like I say, I nearly deleted everything and started again, but I thought, no, don't do that. You've come too far now. And, I think it works well with just the one coming up anyway. So all of that there basically on the screen now is choosing which logo appears. And there's the random call at 510. So I don't know whether I've done a problem there, because sometimes, like I said earlier, the same logo appears sometimes. You'll see as well back then I'd put the random call 1 to 8. So 1 and 8, because when I was playing the game, sometimes it would take forever for the Spectrum logo to turn up when you needed it. So I've now given it 2 calls. So if random 1 or random 8 is called, it will come up. Just to give it a bit more of a chance of appearing on the screen. So that's where the battery decreases. I've tried to put REM statements in, but a few times I've forgotten them. But I'm sure you more experienced chaps out there can dig through it and think, why has Alex done that for? Get rid of that. Oh my God, what's he done that for? What a bloody idiot. Take that out. You don't need that. I'm expecting that. We all work differently. I'm certainly still learning. A lot of this can probably be compressed down, get this game working really well. What I would like to do is avoid using a compiler, because obviously the subject of my YouTube channel is basic, and I'd like to try and keep it basic if I can. I mean, it runs okay in basic, but I do feel that it could perhaps run a little bit quicker. I mean, you may already be seeing stuff on the screen at the moment thinking, oh, why has he done it like that for? So from line 1010 to 1080, that is the drawing of the C5. That's the little bit of artwork for the C5. It's turned out to be quite a hefty bit of programming. There's a lot of variables there as well. They could probably be trimmed down, Probably too many variables. I mean, there they all are there. Look, from, where are we? Well, from 1230 downwards to where the return is there at 1290. All those variables, look, I'm sure some of them could go. Maybe they've been repeated too many times. And then obviously you've got all of the graphics. So yeah, like I say, that is my challenge to you. Feel free after this stream to download the game and have a dig at it. And I don't know, I'm not going to set a time frame. Just I'll ask in the next live stream how people are getting on, and are you ready to showcase it, and send it to me via my email address, and I'll boot it up and we'll get it up on the screen. We'll talk about it, look at their code, and yeah, have a bit of fun. I do feel I was going to do a little bit of intro music for this bit here. Thought that might be fun, you know, little tune playing. But for a basic game, you know, although the compiled version is nice speed-wise, it still plays all right at this speed, in my opinion. If you're old and getting old like me, then this speed kind of suits me. And C5s weren't that quick anyway, were they? So maybe this is the speed we should accept. All right, I have put some rocket blasters coming out the back end of it. You know, some flames to try and get that impression that we're going quick. I'm just going to see if I can get any of those bugs to happen whilst the basic version is running. He got me. So there you go. Right, let me pop across to the chat room and just see what you guys think of the challenge. See if anyone's taking it up. Yeah, too many variables. Yeah. At least I'm admit to it, and I agree. Yeah, there are too many. Way too many. And that's probably not helping with speed. Where are they? They used to be at 800. Now I've moved. There's the gun look at 1000. Let me list 1000. Because I'm not sure about the gun. Let me rent that gun out. Next time I play it, we'll see what it looks like without the gun. I just put it in there for a bit of fun, but I'm not sure whether I like it. Where's the variables gone? It must be right down the bottom. There they are up there. Yeah, way too many. Where have they gone? There we go. They're there somewhere. Where have they gone? I don't know where they are. There they are. Yeah, way too many. For example, E and F could probably be shared because they're doing exactly the same number call. So maybe that could be taken out. So that's one gone already. I'm trying to remember what R is and H is and S is. Oh, S is your score. H is the counter, which makes the battery go down. Or was it N? I can't remember now. It might have been N actually. I can't remember. I think N and H take a role in that. They both do that. CH is for the call for the battery, for the logo to flash up so you collect it. Obviously Y, OY and OX and X is the movement for the road. And then you've got I1, P1, I2, P2. That's the color changes for the variable, for the logos. So maybe we do need all of these variables. I don't know. We've got to let J equals 1 there at the top. That's for the blasting out of the back of the C5. Because that's linked to D string, where you've got the two graphic flames there. So yeah. Right. Let me have a read of the comments and we'll decide what we're going to do for the rest of the evening. 8 o'clock. 17 watching. Point is not to use machine code. Yeah. I'd like to use basic but have machine code routines for sprites. That would be a game changer for me. Too many variables. I've been reading up on speed of basic, and it says if you define them at the top, then put the most common ones first, it makes the program faster. Okay, so that's to do with variable. That's from Paul. So report caution battery low. Yeah, we could put, I'm assuming you mean have that flash up instead of just the logo coming up. I might have a go. My programming skills are pretty basic, no pun intended, but I might be able to add something maybe. Feel free. No one is going to get judged on this, okay? Feel free to do what you like with it. So that was my idea anyway, to try and get you guys, just want to get you guys involved, you know, and then, you know, just make it happen. I mean, how did it first start off? I can't remember now because it's so... I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this was when I first started doing these YouTube channels, and I made a game and we never finished it. It was make a game with Animated Alex or something I called it, and we did Haunted House. And this was the game we made, and yeah, we never actually finished this either. So this is another project. I spelt life's wrong, but this channel wouldn't be the same if I didn't have a spelling mistake, because that should say lives, not lifes. I'm sure somebody will pick that up and grill me for it. So yeah, basically we are the knight, and we've got to get the key at the bottom to open the door to get to the X. Don't touch the green slime either. So we get the key. This was another game that had potential to add more levels. But it was just a little one-level game. And nothing more came of it. Whoops, he got me. And he got to start again. Just trying to show you what happens when you get to the X. Not a lot. I think it just says well done. I can't remember now. Yeah, just well done. And then you start again. So that was another game that wasn't finished, which I came across when I was doing the C5 game. And I just thought, oh, what's that there? And brought back some memories from when I first started doing the channel. Yeah, very nice. Apart from the spelling mistake. Yeah, I got grilled a few times for spelling lives wrong when I first started up. I kept putting lifes, and I did it with another game as well, and got a bit of a grilling for it. It got people. It was a talking point. I don't know what Chase 1 is. What's Chase 1? Oh, that's Death Crawl. Been a while since I've played this. Or did I play it on one of the streams the other week? I can't remember now. I can't remember what button was to fire. It's just one of those challenges I did of remaking one of the classics. Spent ages trying to get the trees working in like a 3D effect. I don't think I did bad. Kind of got it. Kind of. That's my dog. That's not my stomach. Right, anyway. How about... I don't know what you guys want me to do now, because the idea was just to come on and just show you what I've done on the C5 game and to put the challenge forward to you. And let's go back to it in a minute. C5, where are you? There we go. So yeah, what I shall do is I will put this up onto the itch account and let you all have a play with it. Rip it apart and do what you want with it. Do as you please. And it'd be interesting to see what some of you come up with. For those who take part, obviously. Change the graphics if you want. Haunted... So I've got 19 watching. I'm just reading the comments there, going on about basic versions. I would like to make another basic version of a well-known classic, and I haven't decided which one to choose yet. I keep thinking to myself, I'd like to make a basic version of the game Doom. Is it possible though? You know, with the 3D maze, walking through it, shooting things. Can that be done in basic? Well, I remember back in the day writing out a typing of the maze where you walked through a 3D maze, and that was all written in basic. So surely it wouldn't be hard to add nasties into that you got to shoot. I mean, it'd probably be bloody slow though. But you'd think once you've gone through the maze and you're in one screen, then there's nothing else moving then apart from you and a gun sight and a nasty. As long and you know, make it so you can't move out of the maze, that part of the maze, until you've shot the nasty. Perhaps, I don't know. You know, work with the limitations of basic. Yeah, I think a lot of you are saying, yeah, Doom. A basic version of Gauntlet. Well, let me show you something which I just did recently. I'm trying to remember what USB stick I've put it on. If I lose you, I might have to do a reset. But I recently made a game which was kind of had a bit of Gauntlet inspiration in it. When I was making it, I was thinking of the game. I used to love the game Gauntlet. I used to play it for hours with one of my best mates at the time when I was younger on our Spectrums, because it was a 2-player game, wasn't it? So I think you could actually have up to 4 players on it, I think. I did download it onto this, but it would... Where the hell that is now, I don't know. Maybe I can find it and play that on the next stream, Gauntlet. But for some reason it crashes after you've completed one section of it, and I can't get it to work. Let me see if I can get this USB stick to load up. They take a while to read. Right, let me see if I can find it. And I'm trying to remember what the hell I called it. What did I call it again? I only released it about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Capture 1, or was it Capture 2? I don't know. I tried Capture 1. I've got 2 ones there. Maybe it's Capture 2. Yeah, so this was based on Gauntlet. This has been compiled, and the idea was you've got to shoot the magenta nasties. And when I made this game, my intentions were to compile it because I wanted the speed. In fact, this is the wrong version. They're not moving. Well, they are moving, but they're not moving correctly. I don't know which one it was. Maybe that was the correct version, I'm sure. Anyway, you get the gist. It was one of these. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making that. Trying to find the basic version so I could show you the basic version, because show you how slow it was. No, that's not the basic version. Maybe it was that one. Well, I've already loaded that one. Oh no, that's the correct version. Yeah, that's the correct version. I slowed the man down a bit and I added in a bit of a different beep when you got it. So when you get to the green box, so you got to capture all 4 of them, get to the green box, and then it re-energizes. And this is available on itch if you want to download it. And you can't move through the Scion lines. You can only blast through them. But my little character, when I was doing it, I was thinking of the game Gauntlet with the way the men moved, you know. So that's meant to be his arms swinging back and forth on my little user-defined graphic there. I'll see if I can find the basic program in a minute. Just so you can see the difference after compiling it. Again, this is just a high scoring game. See how many you can capture into all your lives are gone. Right, let me see if I can find the basic version. It's there somewhere, but where? we might not be doing it, because if I can't find it, I can't. It's I've already done these, haven't I? I don't know what I did with it, to be honest. This is why, again, I've said before, I wish you could delete. See, there was Gauntlet, see? I think at first I called it Gauntlet because I was trying to make a game like Gauntlet, and this is how I started. This is basic. So this is the basic version. Yeah. See, I've got a pretty crappy gun to begin with. This is when I was first designing it. And the problem is, because I did them as random calls, they're not always registering. So I had to sort that out when I compiled it. Yeah. Again, look at my variables. More variables than you can swing a stick at there. There's something I've got to tidy up on. It's something I've got to learn better on. It's just so easy in it just to keep adding them and adding more variables. How I did the arm movements, that's from line 65 downwards. So when it gets to a certain part of an even or an odd number on the screen, the user-defined graphic changes. There's the nasty movements. And what I should have done, the nasties, I should have kept them printed in the game loop, I guess, so that they were always detected, because they're only getting detected at the moment when the random number calls it up. So yeah, all of this now is, but I didn't worry too much about the program. Wasn't too worried about speed, because like I said, the goal was to compile it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And my thoughts were, it doesn't matter if it's big, because when I compile it, it might actually compensate and slow it down perfectly for the compiled version. And my theory worked, because I didn't have to do any alterations back in the basic the first go, and it worked fine. So yeah, there you go. Don't know what G was. I think this was part of it as well. I'm just going back through stuff I was making at the time. Yeah, as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit more. Oh, I made a bigger gun, look. So again, this is the basic version, and to be fair, it's not running. It's running at a pretty decent speed for basic. You know, you can't really mumble at that, can you? At this stage of the game, I didn't do a random call for the room designs. The room design is just how you see it. It wasn't until I progressed I made the rooms randomly different for every level. See, they're all the same all the time at the moment. And that one hasn't gone because, yeah, the random number hadn't called it. Yeah, I think as I progressed, there you go, I started putting random screens in. So I was doing random draw lines now as I was building the game. And I threw them over to the other side of the screen, look. But I hadn't put them in a box at this point of the game, so they could wander around. And also, if I'm right, I think I could shoot outside as well. No, I stopped it from shooting outside. Because I programmed them so that they try and follow you to get to you. Out of data. As you can see, it's just me now trying different things. I think, yeah, there was a problem. It won't let me go forward. There was a problem while I was making it. I did something in the code. I can't remember what it was now, but I messed something up. Like, it won't let me go forward again. I think what it was like I had an ATTR command wrong. So it was disabling my man all the time. And I was trying to, it won't let me move now. Something's stopping it from moving. Can't remember what the problem was. I think I'm getting out of data because I haven't cleared it. There you go. I added the squares in there for the capture zone. Still running in basic. And it is starting to slow up now. But still, you know, I've got 4 nasties moving. Yeah, very slow. But like I said, the intentions were to compile it, so it didn't matter. Yeah, I must have made more improvements perhaps. Just kept going until I was happy. I think that was the last one. And then eventually I got rid of the random call. So I got rid of line 30. And I put all of the got rid of all the calls to the go subs. So if I go list 30, well, in fact, let me run it first. And you'll see how slow it was. So at the moment, the nasties won't run unless their random number is called. In the compiled version, I wanted them to run all the time. You know, they had to come. I didn't want them to have that delay. So to get that, I got rid of line 30. Line 30 went. The next line, I just did a go sub. Got rid of that because you don't need the L anymore. It's gone. All I did, all these numbers here are the 4 nasties basically. 1, 2, 3, 4. From 32 to 38, that's the nasty movement. As soon as I run it, you'll see how slow it was. Now they're all moving now, independently. I am trying to move my man and I am struggling to move him. He's you know, he's not going anywhere quick. But this is what it was like before I compiled it. So as you can see, it's really slow, terribly slow. And just to demonstrate, if it's on here, else I might not be able, there it is, encoder 3, select that, be back, just to demonstrate what it was like when I compiled it. Exactly the same program in BASIC, just with those bits removed. I think in the finished version, I don't think that version included the nice little squeaky beep when you killed them, but it's near enough. The call stretched text effect. There is a video on my channel explaining how to do it. And I found the information off the internet. And if you go to that video, the link from where I found it is underneath that video. And yeah, there's some really good information on there on the L print command and how he used it, and he shared the code, and basically that's where I got it from. So if you go to that video, I think somebody's put a link in the chat room. Yeah, Franco's put a link in the chat room. If you look at that video, if you look underneath in the description, it's worth a visit. It's a blog of a programmer who explains the L print command and how to get those large letters. So at the moment, I'm just showing you how slow, well, you saw with your own eyes how slow that BASIC was. Now we're chucking it through the compiler. And fingers crossed it won't crash and it'll work. It should do. No reason why it shouldn't. There. So now if I go to one. So this is now the compiled version. Now look at the difference. So yeah. Now you can see why I wasn't worried about it running like it was. And I haven't done it. Oh, that was a new bit. I didn't put that in the oh, there was a problem with this. There must have been a problem with that BASIC program because it's not letting me go again. Something's stopping me from moving. Yeah, so there was, and the problem was, that is why I took that box out, that flashing box, like in the ATIC ATAC game. That's where I got the idea from. That's why I took it out, because when it was coming back to this screen, there was a color confrontation there, and it was causing, nothing's moving now because it thinks it's Scion. That's why. And the only way I can move is to fire and blast through the invisible walls. There you go. See, I'm blasting a pathway through because I hadn't reset the colours back. So there you go. Anyway, we are on the correct... what time are we on? It's still early. ATIC. Let's have a look at ATIC ATAC. Maybe we can do a little bit on it. We've got a couple of hours. So the ATIC ATAC game. Let's get to where we are. The basic version from what I can remember, it was coming on quite nicely. I can't remember what I called it, hence why I'm doing this. Oh, get off. I can't remember what, I must write it down so I don't have to do this every time. So @4, yeah. So this is where we are with this game. So maybe we can have a quick play with this. So on the last stream we did on this, I was having problems with the energy bottle, and we've managed to get that working now. Somebody said change the colour. It doesn't really represent wine, the yellow. So I was thinking maybe a red wine. I can change that yellow to red. I haven't got joystick on it yet. We've got no score or nothing working, and there's our nasty. Recharge the wine. So what I think I'll do, go down there. That's still got to be moved over to the left. So that's something I can do, move that over. In this room here, now what I'm thinking is maybe one of these doors here needs to be locked. And the key is there, look. So at the moment, as it stands, that key's doing nothing. You know, I walk into it, it doesn't even acknowledge I've picked it up. So maybe I can work on that little bit of program for the rest of the evening, just to say when we pick up the key, it acknowledges we've got the key. And in that room we were just in, because now if I go back, that room disappears. So we'd have to go all the way back to get to it, to the trapdoor. Because it's what I was calling the magic 4-door room. There's only one way to it. There's no way you can get back to it unless you go to that trapdoor. So then we have to go back to the trapdoor, and then we can go into one of the... Now that we've got the key, we can now enter into one of the locked rooms. So I think what I'll do first is lock one of them doors off. Just got to remember the code. Been a while since we've been here. And it was room... This is where it could all go horribly wrong, because trying to... This is the only problem when I leave a program for so long and I come back to it. It takes me a while to remember where the hell I was with it, if you know what I mean. Well, there's the key, look. So we know the key is at 66. Position 66. Now I can either use ATTR to detect yellow, or I can just use the coordinates 6 and 6. List 150, just in case you can't see it there. See, it's printed at 66. So maybe if I just say when our character hits 66, the key disappears, obviously, and then the key will appear up on our screen. So what I'm going to do, so if R equals 7, then print at, so it's room 7. So in room 7 is where the key is. So in my main loop, and I can always go back and change this if in future we put keys in different places, but for now I'm just going to concentrate on that. So as you can see at line 50 there, we've also collected something at 66, and that was the wine glass. So this is obviously different now. So I'm just thinking, you know, R equals 5. So if it equals 5, it's going there. Can I go to the same place? So I'm not putting another line in there. If I go list 50, because it's in the same coordinates, if r equals 5 or r equals 7 and y equals 6 and x equals 6, then we go sub list 1038. Oh, that's the trapdoor. Okay. So I'm thinking that probably wasn't a good idea. We could put there, if r equals 7, then go to, or go, was it a go to, or was it go sub? I'm trying to remember what it was now. Does it return? Is there a return there, or was it on a go to? I can't remember. Yes, there was a return, and there it is. So I'm thinking then go sub 1073. So line 1073. So if we're in room 7 and we hit that, we're now coming to line 1073. That's the theory anyway. I'm making this shit up as I go. How are you all doing in the chat room? 21 watching. Thank you for joining tonight. For those of you who've just joined, the live stream started off with showing off the Sinclair C5 game that we kind of randomly threw in the mix of all of these projects we're making. I've shown you where we are at it. If you've missed it, rewatch the beginning of the stream, obviously. And I've put the challenge out there, and I'm going to make that game available on itch and give you the chance to download it and have a play with the program. And the challenge was, can you improve it? Can you make it any better? Add to it. Do what the hell you like with it. The objective, though, is to try and keep it in the basic language. That is the challenge. Use the limitations of the basic. Be clever with the program and see what you can achieve. You'll see my version isn't the best. Hopefully you can make it better than it is. So 173. So we need to delete the key. But obviously we're gonna have to put a variable there as well, because another variable. Because obviously we need to tell the program that we've collected the key, and if we go back onto 66, then we don't want it to keep thinking the key's there. So at first, let's just print at 6. Well, we don't need to put that because our man will delete it anyway, so we don't really need to clear it. We'll do a little beep. So I'm making this up as I'm going. So we do a beep to say we've got the key. We now need to, I'll call it key for now. Let key equal 0. Okay. So 173. If I go down to 1074, all of this needs a renumber. I do realise that, and I will go back into the 128k mode at some point in the future and do that. But for now, I'm squeezing stuff in to get it working. I'm just going to put a return there for now. I will come back to this in a bit. So, where was that key printed? So I'm just trying to find the key. I think it was at the end of this lot. There it is, 150, list 150. So if key equals 1 and R equals 7, then print at 66 the key, yeah? So it was list. Where was the key again? We're at list 1073, I think it was. There. So yeah, we will collect the key and then it will say let key equal 0. So that hopefully will mean now when we go over the key, it's not going to keep going thinking that the key's still there. First of all, obviously we need to put that key variable into the variables, otherwise it's just going to crash because it's going to say, well, what the hell's the key? So we need to find where the variables are. I'm sure there's a massive great list of them here somewhere. I've labelled everything with this one with highlights, so it's just a case of finding the variables. Like I say, it's been a while since I've visited this program, so bear with me. I'm just trying to get my head back around where we left off. There's my variables there, look. So I'm just going to put 325. Let key equal 1. Right, now if I run it, hopefully we'll hear a beep once I get to that key. Now, I did do a cheat in this, didn't I? I think if I put let R equal 6 and then continue, I haven't got to play the whole game to get back there. And that should be room 6. Is it? Oh, have I done this wrong? I'm not sure where I am now. No, I think I've messed it up. I'm not sure what room I'm in. Oh, let's just go to it. I can't remember how I did it. So I think in this next room is where the wine glass is. So it'd be interesting to make sure that that's working now that I've added another. So that's still working. Get off. Oh, you son of a bitch. You're going to see my useless game playing now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I did a stop, didn't I? Right. Let me try and get to that. I'm trying to remember what I did to get to do the cheat. I'm sure it was let R. Was it capital? I don't think it makes any difference whether it's the capital or not. Let's go 5. Continue. Right, that's it. That's it. So through that room there should be the key. Now when I walk into it, we should hear a beep. There we go. No, it's done it wrong. Because it hasn't registered that we're in. It's done it wrong. List 1073. So it didn't actually go to there, did it? It still thinks it's on the trapdoor. So my bad on that one. List. Where was it? Probably shouldn't have used. It was in the main loop. Probably shouldn't have used the same call. If R equals 5. List 1038. Now I put there if R equals 7, then it should have... Oh, I've done a go sub. That's why. I've done a go sub. So of course it's coming back again and continuing on with the trapdoor. So that probably should have been a go-to. List 1073. Now will it return? Will it still return though? Because I've put a go-to inside a go sub. There's only one way to find out. Yes, this one does compile Sunbust. And I will show you it compiled before we wrap up tonight. Let R equal 5. Continue. Ah! It doesn't want me to get the key. Right, let's see if it worked. No, it's still not working. Do you know what? I love it when it doesn't work. It's me talking like I know what I'm doing and it's not working. Where's it gone now? I was hoping I could use the same call point because obviously that's landing on the same coordinates. Is it a case I've got to put stuff into brackets maybe? So then I'm saying if R equals 7, because we're in room 7, then go to maybe that should have been a go sub. And then a return. Maybe that's the problem. Because it did work before when I did the go sub. So maybe it needs to go sub there. Then it comes back and returns it. I don't know. Question to the chat room. Can you put a go to within a go sub like I had there? Because for some reason it didn't do it. Don't know what happened, but to me that should work because I'm asking if it equals R7, which it does, then I asked it to go to, but I had a return in that 1073 list 1073. There's a return there, but it didn't work as you've seen. So let's try again with the go sub now with the return on the end. Let R equal 5. Continue. Frank's saying yes you can. So let's go into this room. Can hear it beeping. So there, it's worked, but it hasn't set key to 0. I asked it to go to 0, look. So why is it I asked it to do to 0, so it should have only, that's too much of a short duration there. So let key equals 0, it goes back. It shouldn't beep anymore, because where is it? It's in the, I think the main loop's quite short on this. I've tried to keep it short, haven't I? So really got to remember where my bloody line numbers are. List 50. There we are. Oh, it's because it's still, it's because I haven't put the key 1 thing in there either. So we just put a key, or key equals 1 and R equals 7. Okay. Now that should, still can't work out why it didn't work with the go-to in there. I thought it would have done, but it didn't like it. Right. Yeah, there we go. Done it. So now I can walk over that spotlet. It's recognized that it's no longer there. So we heard a little beep. We've now got the key. So now key equals 0. Probably should have done it the other way around, but key now equals 0. If key equals 0, we've obviously got the key. We should have probably have done it if key equals 1, but never mind. So Frank is saying if you have 100 go sub 200, 200 go to 300, 300 turn, it will return to 101. I think you can nest go subs, but not put in a go to there. Yeah. Well, as you saw, it didn't work for me when I put it as a go-to. Don't know. So we've now got the key. I want the key to print up on the screen somewhere so we know we're holding the key. So list 1073. That's where our key is. Let's move that 174 down. Let's move it down to 178. Give ourselves a bit of room. 1074. Like I said, this all needs a bit of a renumber. At this is going to be a guess. This could be in the wrong place. So I'm just going to go 1925. It's around about there, and then I got to find the key graphic. There it is. Ink 6. Okay. So let's run that again. Let R equal 5. Continue. I really want to move that over. It's bugging me. It needs to be just tweaked over to the left a bit. There we go. And it's printed the key down the bottom. So I'll just move that key over 2 spots so it's just underneath the little men there, or our little character. So it'd be 25, 26, 27. One more time. And then what we'll do is I'll put a false doorway in that we won't be able to get through. I'll have to make it either cyan or magenta in colour, because those are the two colours which I can't walk through at the moment. Let R equal 5. Continue. R equal 5. Continue. Yeah. There we go. We've now got the key. Now what we might find is, because I haven't, the key may reappear, because I don't think I've told it to. No, it shouldn't, should it? Because I've said if key equals 0. Just want to check that the key hasn't reappeared. No, it hasn't. So that's good. That's working. The variable's telling it to stay off. Right. So let me go to the part of the program where the door layout is, which is there at line 1000. So that's our top door. I want to lock the top door. So list 1000. Okay, so just trying to work out where that is. I'm just going to put a number in there. Print at. So we're at 310. It's the side of it. The top is at 1. So if I go 311, and I'm just going to use the hashtag for now to act as a door. I don't know whether it was 2. I think it was 4. If I go run 1000, yeah, it's just 1 by the looks of it, because I've used the graphic, haven't I? So this will have to be something which we're probably going to have to do in a user-defined graphic if we want a locked door. Because I don't think the over 1 command will do us much favours. Let's try it. Let's go over 1. Run 1000. Maybe it will. I don't know. So let's change that to 10. And then we can put another one in. All right. That would be 2, 10, 1, 2, 3. This is just for experimenting purposes. It won't be the hashtag once the game progresses. We shall make a proper user-defined graphic door or something. I'm trying to find the ink 3. Just trying to avoid the color clash. Run 1000. Oh, forgot the at. The famous at strikes me again, because I always forget to put the bloody thing in. 1000. So there we go. So that will act as a locked door for now. All right. We could have actually have put it behind the door. We put that 999 maybe. 1001. Run 999. So it's going to knock that out, isn't it? So that will have to probably be in over 1. Nah. Sort of working. I think it's that space that's knocking it out. I would have to put that in there, I think. There. Maybe I should have just left it the other way for now and messed around with this later. That is the one that's deleting it, isn't it? Interesting. I got ink 1 there. Oh, it's black. Put it in black. That's why it's doing it. It's because it's black. It's got black ink there, look. There we go. So that's the space where it's deleting it. It was because it was in black ink. Okay. The problem is I need that to stay as it is because I'm using that door in other locations. It's this bit here that I'm interested in. And because that is black, for now, I'm just going to put it in front of it. And I'll have to rethink that up because I'm using that door in other locations and I'm not always going to have a door in there and I've got a black ink in there. So now if I put run 1000 there, it's fucked it right up. What have I done now? I should have just left it alone. Over 1. We've got to put our over 1 back in, haven't we? Run 1000. There we go. So I'm just going to stick with that for now. And then I'll play around with it. I don't want to waste all the live stream messing around with that. I just want to get to a point where I cannot go through that door now because it's locked. I've got a key. The key will unlock that door. So 1001 needs to come out of there. Because otherwise when I run the game, like if I run it, we're going to have a locked door there. We're not going to be able to get out of the first room. See? I won't be able to get through it because it's magenta. So, I need to move that door. Need to put it somewhere where I can do a go sub routine to it. To say put it there and then the key will unlock it. So the key was in list 1073. So that's where our key is. We're going to have to add into that, I think, at some point. But for now, I need to find where room... It's 5. It'd be room 6, I think it is. Where room 6 is. Because if room equals 6, then I need that door to come into play. So where is R6? R5... R5, there we go, R6. If R equals 6 and if 9, then that is going out. So it'd be, it needs 139. If R equals 6, then if then B, all of these here are going out of the room. So from 135, 137, 139, 141. That is the 4 doors that it is instructing us. If you hit one of them, it goes through. So I reckon one. Yeah, so there's the trapdoor, look. So if I put 1, 3, 6, and I need to decide where I'm going to put this door for it to call on. So if key equals 1, then let's see if I've got any space down here, and then I'll put that 1, 1, 1. I shall move it. We've got a return there, so that's ending there. 1, 6, 1. I'll squeeze him in there for a moment. I am gonna definitely have to do a renumber on this and get all this tidied up. So 1, 6, 1 is where I'm going to put the door. If key equals 1, then go sub 1, 6, 1. 1, 6, 1. List 1, 0, 0, 1. Change that to 1, 6, 1. Get rid of 1, 0, 0, 1. So my door is now there. List 1, 6, 1. If I go 1, 6, 4, put a return there. Now if I enter that room, that doorway should be now locked. Let R equal 5. Continue. Oh, and it didn't do it. It did do it. Did you see that? I'll tell you why it hasn't done it. I don't think I've told it to be an ink colour or anything, have I? But it was there. Did you see as I went through it? It might be that I've positioned it in the wrong place on the program, but it was there. As I hit it, it appeared. And it appeared because I've put it in the wrong place. So I've put it in the wrong place. So 1, 6, 1. There it is there. And I did tell it to be an ink colour. So I have put it in the wrong place in the program. Yeah. Should have probably have been 1, 3, 1 maybe. I think I've put it in the definitely put it in the wrong place because as I entered that door, it recognised it. So 1, 3, 6. Move that one. Now I'm just going to go back to because I'm still not convinced that is in the right place. Now if you look, if R5, it prints up our little graphic block, which is representing our trapdoor. And then we've got if R equals 5 and X equals 20, then beep, then it goes go sub room, goes blah blah blah, let R equal 2. So it goes to room 2. So just a case of getting this in the correct place. Let's try it. I'll read the chat room in a minute. I'm deep in thought trying to get this right. Say it's hard trying to do two things at once. Right, so go through here. It's still not locked. So I'm in the wrong part of the program. If I hit it though, it's there. It is there. And it's registering as I open that, as I go into that doorway. So it's obviously in the wrong bloody place. I just got to figure out where it's meant to be. Is it a case like all I had to put with R equals 6 there as well? Then, and sorry. So with R equals 6 and key equals 1. Yeah, maybe that is why. Because I haven't told it which room to be in. That is probably why, actually. Because I never told it what room to be in the beginning. Let R equal 5. Continue. It still hasn't done it. Still hasn't done it. Got to be in the wrong place. Why is it coming up? That is room 6, isn't it? Come to think of it, is that? I'm pretty sure it is, because room 5, room 6, yeah, it's got to be room 6. Where does it tell it to? Where does it call to go to the room? So where does it say let room equal 6? It's when it's going through the trapdoor. I have got a suspicious feeling it's meant to be where the trapdoor is, which is here. We go through the trapdoor. List 1040. Trapdoor. So we go through the trapdoor. I'm just reading the code. There's all that. All that needs to be moved over, as I keep saying. Go subroom. There we go. Let R equal 6. Return. So does it need to be there? 1071 maybe. Let's put it there. 1071. Now let's go back. I'm trying to remember what the bloody number was. 131. Was it? I can't remember. 1071 anyway. Look at that. Dead on. So 1071, wasn't it? Was it? 1071. Just do it. Yes. List 131. Now get rid of that. Now hopefully that should be in it, because obviously it goes through the trapdoor. It's then telling it to be R7, then go something. So yeah, in theory that should be in the right place now. Let R equal 5. Continue. Yes! The door is now locked. It doesn't look too bad in the hashtags. So we get our key. And of course the only problem is, because the door is locked and it's the four door magic room, as I call it, we've got to go all the way back round. Well, that's part of the game. So we need to do now, if you're in room 6 and you have key 0 and you hit that magenta wall, which is at position, oh god, too many numbers. Let me get a pen and piece of paper. Let me have a read of the comments. Let me have a little bit of a breather and let me have a read of the comments a minute. Let me see what's been going on, being said in the chat room. Blah blah blah. Right, so I'm not going to scroll too far up. Let's go to Ronald. I gotta go now, guys. Need to get my head down. Have a good rest of the. Oh, okay. Bye, Ronald. Thanks for tonight's stream, Alex, and for the chat. Bye. Okay. Goodbye to Ronald. This is going perfectly normal, Furbar. Who's Furbar? Is there someone else joint? I don't know. That looks okay. I like that effect. Even hashtags look good. The blocked door looks good with the hashtag over one. 131 should have okay. Ignore my last comment. Just track onto the end of line 135. Key 0, not 1. Yes, I know. Good idea. As it's always drawn at start, it doesn't need another routine really. Okay. Thanks. Definitely keep the hashtags. Okay, I agree. Keep the hashtags. Oh, you all like the hashtags then. Save your user-defined graphics for objects, etc. You have to use our logic. Right, okay. Looks like you're all having a lovely bit of chat going on. Where was I on this? Oh, got to unlock that door now, haven't we? So, it's in room 6. So, if you're in room 6, so R6, I'm writing this down on a bit of paper. Always find it helps. Especially with line numbers, I can write down where the hell stuff is. And already I've written R5 rather than R6 because I'm simple. Right, so list 145. So that's room 7. I'm going to try and keep all the R6s together. Now I can't put it here because this is the subroutine which is designing the rooms and putting all the doors where they are and stuff. So I'm trying to remember, how did I do this? Is there a go sub that goes to this? Where does it begin from? List 100. Oh, stop doing that. There's room 1. Did I do a subroutine into all of this? I can't remember. So it starts at 85. Room changes. So is there a go sub somewhere that goes to line 80? I really cannot remember how I did this. I got a Ren there for some reason. Oh, that's right, yeah. That was see, my gaming loop I've tried to keep small. Obviously it's starting to grow a bit now. I cannot remember how I did. Oh, there we are. Go sub 80. If y equals right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So if it equals certain positions on the screen, it then goes subs to 80. Well, that's fine then, isn't it? So I can put it in there, so it doesn't have to go in the gaming loop, because I'm go subbing it there at line 80 if it gets to those positions on the screen. So if it's in front of a locked door, it's gone to that subroutine anyway. So let's list 131. Let's go down to the last line of the R6s. And I'll put it at 143. 143. If key equals 0, maybe I should have done it as 1 as I said earlier, but I like to be different. Then if we need to put an R6 there, if R equals 6 and key equals 0, I'll put that in brackets. So if R equals room 6 and key equals 0, then if I need to know the position of that door now. Two of our characters at that step. So the front of it. I need to know the coordinates for that top door. How far are they away? So I should have written it down. Oh, there it is, 310. So if y equals... So it's going to be 4, isn't it? 3, so if we're in front of it, 4. And x equals 10, then I'm going to do a go sub. I'm going to put it at line 163, and I'm going to do some moving around in there. So I'm going to go to line 163. Go sub. So if you're in room 6 and key equals 0, then if your Y position is at 4 and your X position is at 10, then go sub to 163. I don't want to use an ATR call to say inc3 because I can't, because the reason being is because the door frames are magenta and I don't want them to conflict with it, if you see what I'm saying. That's my theory anyway. 143, right, 163, 163. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a return on the end of that one, just to give me a bit more room in here. 163. So basically, it's going to be exactly the same as that, 163. And all I'm going to do is, now my door frame might end up disappearing here, so what I need to do is put it back, and then it'll be, so that will be inc3, get rid of the over one, probably going to need a space. Probably going to have to put the top of the door back in as well, actually. I'm not sure. Now the problem is with ATR, it will pick up. In fact, that part doesn't matter because that's the top end of the door, isn't it? So we can put a space there. Is that wide enough? Is it wider than that? That looks too short. Soon find out if I've messed my graphics up. I can't remember. Is that the right way or was it that way? I think it was that way, wasn't it? Yeah. It would have been 1, 2. It's 3 hashtags, so it'd just be the one space then, like that. If I've got it wrong, we'll come back, and then here will be 1. In fact, all I had to do was put line 1000 back in here, didn't I? Really, all I have to do is call line 1000 back. That'd be the quickest thing to do. There. Well, hopefully it just delete over it. So just call the whole door back. Then nothing will be taken then, will it? 6.3. Then it returns. And then, in theory, I should be able to walk through it now. It's just going to be a case of try it. Right, so let R equal 6. I shall have a read in the comments in a minute and see what anyone suggested. Changes wise, maybe I can do something different. Where am I? What happened then? Let R equal 5. Continue. Oh, that's it. Right, okay. I'm in the right place now. So there we go. Door's locked. Just check. Can't go through it, look. Door's locked. Can't go through. Got the key. Obviously, I need to delete the key as well, don't I? From when I open the door. And of course, we can't go there because we'd have to walk all the way around. But I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go let R equal 5 continue. It didn't. Something's gone wrong there. Probably because I probably shouldn't have done it that way. I'm gonna have to walk all the way around, I think. Let R equal 5 continue. I shouldn't have done that there. That should have still been like that. I'm just trying to think what I may have done wrong there. Let's have the painful task of walking all the way back round. So we've left the room with the 4 magic doors. But I think I'm going the wrong way. I'm lost in my own game. It's this way, isn't it? There we go. Get off, get off, get off. Get some re-energize with the energy drink. What happened then? I shouldn't have done that. Something's not right. Something's not right. Oh dear. We've got something strange going on here. Oh dear. Something's not right because I'm just going to have to walk around again a minute without the key. It's going to go around again without the key. Because when I got to the room where the trapdoor is, I went to the trapdoor straight away and it shouldn't have done that. Should have waited until I stood on the trapdoor. Now, was it because I've got the key variable there? I've got a feeling I should have put something in place to prevent that from happening. Yeah, it's going straight to the bloody trapdoor. In that case, it's got to be somewhere in the main loop where I'm telling it to do that. So there it is. If R equals 5 or key equals 1 and R equals 7, why is it doing that then? Why is it going straight to go sub to 103? I mean, if room equals 5 or right, okay. So it's basically saying if I'm in room 5, if I'm in room 5 and I've done that bit of programming wrong there, I think. It's just it's ink black, I think, bootleg. Asking what the ATTR on the room clear routine is. Is it paper black or ink black? The paper black, I think. I'll have a check in a minute. I think I've done this piece of code here wrong. Although it was working just a minute ago, so I don't understand why it's doing that now. It was working before I... Shouldn't that be R5? You guys, some of you guys, I think, have obviously seen what I've done wrong. Performance trick. Change the key 0 with a not key. Okay. Where's the not? So I'm going into room 5 and it's going straight to the trapdoor and it shouldn't be. shouldn't be doing that. Yes. R5 is falling down the trapdoor. So, so that's not room 5, is it? It's room 4. No, it's not that. What have I done? What the hell's happening now? Yeah, there was an over one conflicting with it there. Right, okay. Let's think about this. Something's after if R5, but like Frank just said, he's right. Yeah, R5 is the trapdoor. So does that need to be 4 then? Because it's in room 4. It was. No, it's not room 4, is it? Or is it? I can't run. Let's just run it. See what happens. In fact, to prevent any confusion where I am, if I turn on that, then that'll let me know where I am. I did everything in 0.5s for door change. My own, just the way that it worked out. Did it again. And it's not registering that now either. Room 7. That's not working either now. We've gone to having it's sort of working to not working. Oh, fucking hell. List 40. My key pickup's not working now either. I'm completely lost what I've done here. And I didn't save it, did I? So I can't go back to the last because I didn't do a save. Now that was 5. No, that's right. That is right, okay? Because I'm saying I'm using that line's right. because that line there is basically saying if you're in room 5 and you hit those coordinates, then the trapdoor comes on. Okay, but I'm also using those same coordinates to pick up the key. That's why we've got, so if you're in room 5 or if you're in room 7 and you've got 0 key and you hit those same coordinates. Just going to put that the other way around so I can so that's correct. So if R equals 5, sorry. That needs to be if key equals 1. Because I used 1. If you haven't got the key, I did it the wrong way around, didn't I? That's what's confusing me. I should have said if key equals 1. In fact, let's change that to 0. Let's do it the other way around to stop confusing matters. Go back to the variables. Let's do it the other way, because I think that's where I'm getting me 0 and me 1 mixed up. 0 if you haven't got it. I did it the other way around. So 1 you haven't got it. I should have done 0. Let's just do a few changes here. Where did I put it? There it is. List 325. Change that to 0. So if key equals 0, that means we haven't got the key, not the way I did it. List 50. Whoops, shouldn't have deleted that, not key. So that should now work. And then let's go sub into list 1038. So that's now going over to room 7, which is the trapdoor. So your trapdoor is room 7. If R equals 7, then go sub to 1073. Now that's if you've got the key, list 1073. So if you're in room 7 and you hit those coordinates, it takes you to the key. There it is. So now that needs to be let key equals 1 because we've picked it up. And then it goes back. Let's see what happens now. I'd like to get this working before this stream ends. At least get this door open. Oh. Oh, bugger off. There we go. Get through there. Beautiful. Right. This will be the tester now. Remember room 4.5. So when I do a the older cheat bit, I can just put 4.5 in. Still flashing away, going straight to the trapdoor. And it shouldn't be doing that. It shouldn't be doing that. Why is it going straight to the trapdoor? I'll tell you why it's probably doing it is because I'm hitting coordinates 6, 6. And that I'm going through a top door, and I've told it if yeah, that maybe that is the reason. Yeah, I'm going straight into room 5, and I'm already stood on 6, 6 from the previous room, although maybe that is the reason why. And then it's going straight to the trapdoor. I think that's the reason why it's doing it. I'm going straight into room 5, and because I went through that, it's still registering that's where it is. And to prove that, if I just change that to 1, say, let's see if it does it now. Let R equal 4.5. Continue. If I go through there, I should be. Yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I got a feeling it's the way I've written that. Let me try something a minute. I think it might be. I'm wondering whether it's the way I've written that line. Yeah. It's the way I've written that line. It doesn't. My code's wrong. My key's missing. The key's missing, and the fucking door's missing now. And I know why that is, because I haven't changed the key setup somewhere, because I changed it from 0 to 1, 1 to 0, blah blah blah, and somewhere I haven't got the call. I haven't told it that. So list 103. I got to try and chase me tracks now where that is. It was here, wasn't it? I didn't tell it here to do it. 171 list 1071. That should have been a 0. Yeah, and also where my key, where I called up the key, where was that? That was somewhere. That need to change that as well. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Getting there slowly. The joys of programming, especially when you're live in front of an audience, it makes it even more. Yeah, putting myself out there for everyone to see the mistakes. List 150, so that needs to be 0 as well. So if key equals 0 and R equals 7, then we print the key. Run. Right. Let R equal 4.5. Continue. Go through there. There's the trapdoor. That's now sorted. That was that bit of coding I wrote. It didn't work. I need to relook at it and redesign that bit of code. So we're now going through the trapdoor. Yes, door is now locked. This is the magic room with the 4 doors. There's only one way in, and that's through the trapdoor. Yes, that's now working again. Now, obviously, if I go back through there, the 4-door room has gone, which is right. And now I've got to walk all the way around again. But I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go let R equal 4.5. Continue. No, I shouldn't have done that, because that's not going to work. Oh, bollocks. That's not going to work. Oh, bollocks. Let, I don't know, 3, was it? I'm in the wrong location. Right, okay, that'll do. When I do the cheat, you've got to make sure that the doors are lined up for the next level, because they won't work else. Get past nasty. Oh, get off! Don't you? Oh, you bastard! Start all over again. Oh, fucking hell. Why did I do a magic 4-door room? I shouldn't have done that. Might have to get rid of that. Let R equal 4.5. Continue. Yeah, I'm not going to cheat. Someone said in the chat room, I just glanced my eyes over and someone said, don't cheat. So yeah, I'm going to do it as if I was playing the proper game now. So collect the key. So let's do it properly. Just to test it properly. So get past him. I'm actually going the wrong way. I have to go that way. See how much quicker it is when they're into nasty in the room. Just that slight bit of lag. Oh, that's a bit crafty. Oh, no. Oh, please don't get me. Right. Let's just hope a nasty doesn't get me and drink the bloody wine. Oh, you son of a bitch! But, as you can see, the door has gone and it shouldn't have done. The door has gone. So, yeah, that door should still be there. I haven't unlocked it yet. So why is it gone? Why is that door gone? So that's what I've got to try and figure out now. Why is the door gone? Is it because I haven't told it which room to be in when you stand on it? Oh, I have there. Look, if key equals 0, that needs to be 1. No, that's right. That's right. Sorry, that's right. That bit's right. It's the call to 163. It may have already deleted it. There may be somewhere in the program. It's right. So I need to go. I'm trying to remember now where that call is. So I need to find the bit that's saying go sub to 163, because I think that's where the problem is. It could be that I haven't done a variable swap there to tell it not to let that door vanish until you step at 6.6. And I'm trying to remember now which bloody line number it was at. Oh, come on, where are you? Where did I put it? I can't bloody remember where I put it now. There it is. List 143. Of course, what's happening is as soon as you've gone right round again, it's doing the go sub and calling the doors up again. And of course, what I think's happening is it's deleting it because it's printing over it. I think that's what the problem could be. So after all of that, I think 161 should be at line 1001 as it was before. List 1000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Because you're walking around again, it's calling the subroutine for the doors. Of course, the locked door's not in there because you've gone around. It's going to delete it, obviously. So that needs to go back. 161, or just do a subroutine back to that. Yeah, right. Okay. 161. Where did I tell it to shut it? 161. Where are you? I think somebody in the chat earlier, I read, you should have, yeah, let's save it first. Save door. I know what the problem is anyway. I know why it's doing that. Now, the door hasn't gone because I've got the key. What's happening is, as I'm doing the whole walk again, and I go into, I think it was room 6, wherever the 4 doors are located, it's reprinting them. But it's not reprinting the door, the locked door. I think that's what's happening. Because I've towed it. If oh, hang on a second. If R7 and not key, then get list 1038. Oh, that's the trapdoor. Right, I need to figure out what room it is, what room it was called for the oh, it is the trapdoor. So 171. If R equals 0 and key equals 0, then go sub 161. That 171 it's room 6, R6, and key 0. (1071) list 1071 999. There's where the door is called. See, it makes the top door. Now if I run that, it shouldn't crash. Shouldn't. List 1071. Let's just run that out a minute. Now, if my theory is correct, when it goes, oh, hang on, I don't know actually whether the call list 999 I don't know where I've told it to go sub to. Where I've told it to go sub to 1000, or have I told it to go sub to 950? I need to check that, because if it goes subs to 1000, it's not going to include the door. Although that 99 needs to be, it needs to be 111 anyway. It needs to be 1001. So that's wrong. That needs to be 1001. Yeah, 999. Otherwise the door will just delete it. Right, that should work. Wish me luck. Let's try again. Let's go back down there and let R equal 4.5. Continue. Don't have to get your brain working. Oh, you fucker. It didn't work. My theory was wrong. Which room was it in? I convinced myself that that was the problem. I was so convinced that that was the problem. Room 6. I'm in room 6. Oh dear. Dear me. So there's my trapdoor. So I'll go through the trapdoor. So go sub the room. Then we got door left. All my doors are there. Let's put that one back into play a minute. There ain't a return on the end of that, is there? No. Right, It would work, but Al isn't looking at the chat. Okay, I'm at the chat now. It's not reprinting the locked door because you have the key. Maybe key needs to have more values. 0 not collected. Yes, I've got the key, yeah. Ah, yes. Okay. I need to read the chat more. Maybe key needs to have more values. 0 not collected, 1 in pocket, 2 used. Then draw the locked door. Yeah. Okay. Yes, of course, yes. Oh, yeah, because key equals 1, doesn't it? And I'm saying it, and it key equals 0. So if I put, if key is more than, no, hang on, I'm not sure this thing is less than, perhaps is less than 2, then print. And then if I'm at the door, if I'm at the position where the door is, list 1071. Just rend that out a minute. I don't think I need that there now. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I need someone here sat next to me reading the chat and at the same time. I can't help. Oh boy. Right. So where are we again? If I was saying, so where did I say where you've got the key again? I need to look at that bit. Where is it? 163 if let key equal 3, then print. So I've said if it's less than 2, then it should be there. As soon as it goes subs to here, key 1, it then lets key equal 3, then it prints. Yeah, I do. I need someone else here to like say, "Ow, look at the bloody screen." I don't know whether I've done this right now. It's not easy because, like, you know, I'm trying to keep communicating with you all, so you're not just watching a quiet screen, and talk my way through what I'm doing as well. It's almost like I need See, the laptop is to my right hand side, so I've got to keep turning my head. It's almost like I need it in front of me next to what I'm doing. I mean, I've got 3 monitors here. The fucking door's still not there. Why isn't it there? Oh, fuck's sake. 110. Ah. First second, if key equals... No, that should have been right. If it's less than 0, if it's less than 2, I'm in room 6. Key is less than 2. Oh, I hope this is Alan. Alan usually saves the day. I'm reading the notes. I'm reading the comments. Did you ram out the call? Yeah, probably. Oh boy. Let me check from the beginning. I'm going to get this working if it kills me. I've got to get this working soon because I want to go to bed. I want to get that fucking door. How hard can it be? Why am I struggling with this? If R7 and not blah blah blah, no REMs out there. My argument that shouldn't have to do that because I've already told it at line 1001 to do this. So why is it only picking it up here? Don't understand that. Right, let's get the key. I've gone quiet because I'm thinking to myself, do it this way. I'm ignoring that you're there and hopefully it'll work. I'm pretending that no one is watching so that I don't, so it just naturally happens and no one is watching me and I'm under pressure to get this working. Right. Okay, that's now there. Let's get that key. Get the key. Pick up the key. Without get off you. There's nobody watching me. Your programming is now going to go well because the live stream is over. Like last time, when the live stream finished and you went and done the bottle emptying, you got it to work first time because you weren't under pressure. No one was watching you. And no one's watching you now. And you're going to get this working if it fucking kills me. You son of a bitch. There he is. There it is. And he won't fucking unlock. Because it's 411. 411. So, right. Okay, well at least the door's back. That's the main thing. The door is back in play. I've got the key. I've obviously got the wrong key. I've picked up the wrong key. That's what's happened there. 411. I've got a feeling I put 66. So 411. 411. There's no chat room. No one's watching me. I can get this done. I can make this happen. I can see you in the corner of my eye, but I'm ignoring you. No one's watching me. 411. Right, okay. Now I wish I'd put everything together for this rather than scattered all over the bloody place. List 101. Now, I don't think I need that there now. I'm going to take that out. I'm just going to put a rem there for now, in case I did need it. But I don't think I need it there, because it's all happening on that trapdoor sequence. So now I need to find the sequence, the part of the program where I put in, if you hit that, it would open. And that call goes to 163. List 163. That is where it redraws the door, so it gets rid of the door, basically. Now I've got to find it. I could have probably done a subroutine there and gone straight to line 1000 and returned it again, which I will do eventually. I can tidy it up and cut the program down eventually. Let's just get this bloody door opening. I just got to remember now. Where did I put the call? Where did I put it? 163. Come on. Hang on. Hang on, what's that there? List 143. What's that? There it is. So in room 6, if key equals... And what did it... 411, look. It should have been 411, not 410. 411. Now it should work. I was one number out. One number out. Right, let R equal 4. Can I get that in that door before 10:30? I've got 1 minute. 1 minute to see if I've done it. Come on. Please work. No one's watching you. It's going to work. Down the fucking trapdoor we go. Excuse the swearing. There, it's locked. The door is there. That's the main thing. The door is there. Right, let's get the bastard key. If this little... Right, get out the way. Get the key. Yes, we've got the key. We've got 17 people watching. Don't let me down. Get through the door. Come on. Right, the magic room's gone, so now let's go back. Up there. Come on. Get off me. Right. Down the trapdoor we go. Yes, door's still locked. Now if I walk in front of it, it fucking still not working. Oh, fuck off! Bastard! Line 143. Why is it? I'm fucking determined to get this working now. That's got to be in the wrong place, hasn't it? That is the call there to open the door. If key equals 2, I've got to change it, haven't I? I've said if it's less than 2, don't open. I've got key fucking 1. It needs to be 3. If key equals no. If key... Right. If R6, if R equals 6, then let key equal 3. Then if key equals 3 and y equals 4 and x equals 11, then we open the door. I'm going to put all this in brackets. I've figured out the other week, if you don't put stuff in brackets, sometimes it don't bloody work. Oh, come on. If R equals 3, then if then let come on, my beauty, come on. Come on. Let me through. Please work. please work. Oh boy. Come on. Through the trapdoor. Door's still locked. That's a good sign. Oh man, I give up with this. Let Key equals 1 still. Fucking desperate now. Trying anything. Key. Fucking. Let R equal 4. Piss off. Last attempt. Well, it's not the last attempt, is it? Because if it doesn't work, I've still got to go back and keep trying. I might have to read the chat in a minute. Get some help. Well, I'm determined to do it without getting the help. That's my problem. Don't you dare touch me. If this doesn't work, then I will look at the chat. I wish the chat. I'm gonna have to try and sort something out so that I can see the chat at the same time, and then we probably have done this fucking ages ago. Fucking eyes are starting to get tired now. I'm sick of looking at this little white thing moving around. Oh, piss off! No! No! Oh, you bastard. I don't know what the variable is to fill the wine bottle back up either. You bastard. Anyway, let me go. Oh, fucking. Let me go to the chat room. If R equals 6 and Y equals 4 and X equals 11 and key equals 1, then let key equal 2 go sub. I think that's what I've just written in, isn't it? I can't remember. Let key equal, yeah. Alex disabled damage when testing. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, just turn the collision detection off. Where is it? Take me fucking all night now to find that. There it is. Let's turn the collision detection off a minute and let me see. I can't even remember what I put in. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Oh, boy. I'm beginning to hate this game. Stupid game. Whose idea was it to make bloody ATIC ATAC anyway? Right. Collision detection's off, so I haven't got to worry about losing any lives. Why can't we have just agreed and made hangman or something? You know, rather than this. Mind you, I'd probably cock that up as well because I can't spell. Right, okay. Let's go down the old trapdoor. It's still not working. So it hasn't changed the key. Key is still, and I told it to change the key number. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Why? It's not going to work because it's on the wrong place. I haven't told it to go sub to line 80 where this lot begins. So if key equals 1, then if R room equals 6, then let key equal 3. If key equals 3 and Y, yeah, that should work. It's not in the right bloody place. The program's not going there. It only goes to this section of the program if you go through a doorway. Let me move that to the main loop, and let me just put that in the main loop for a minute, and then I can work out at another time where it's going to go. So 143. Let me write that down so I know where it is. 143. Let me find a space for it. I've got a feeling that's probably why it's not calling to this. This is in a subroutine that starts at line 80, and I'm not telling it to go there. So no matter how much I change that bit of program, it's going to do bugger all. There, it says go sub there. Look, if there's 80, if it reaches them coordinates there. So if Y equals 3, and I'm saying 4, yeah, it's not going to go there. 45 is where the call is to that go sub. And 46 then. Let's put it at 46 just to see if it works. List 143. Change that to 46. List 143. That's probably why it's not working. Well, I hope everyone has enjoyed tonight. I really do hope you enjoy these streams. As long as you're getting some entertainment out of them. And you get to talk to the Specky communication, the ZX Spectrum community, those who join this. Right, door's locked. Let's get the key. Get this bastard out of the way. Then we can all go to bed. Oh, I didn't tell you my bit of good news. Well, it's not good news because there's some bad news, which I won't go into because it's personal. But I am not going away at the weekend now, which does mean that I could and probably will be on live at the weekend as well. Yeah, I was meant to be going to Yorkshire. That's been cancelled, which means I will be here. I will be able to do the weekend live stream after all. So yeah, you may be able to sit down and relax and watch, well, and watch my shenanigans again, trying to get a door to unlock all night. because we've got 3 more doors yet to play around with. I mean, we're still on the first fucking one. And it's still not fucking opening. Key 3. It's saying it's 3 now, so that's right. Yeah? Key 3. Y is on 4, X is on 11. We're in the main loop. It should have opened it. List 46. Is it a case that should be on its own separate line? Because you can't put a then there, can you? Can't do that. No. Move that to 47 then. All this needs to be moved into its own separate subroutine call. All this key opening stuff and that. That should work now. I can't see why that won't work. Y4, yeah, then go sub. Just let me check that subroutine. List 163. It should delete it. Then return. Run. Let R equal 4.4.5 return. I think I'm just going to have one door opening in this game because the bloody hassle I've had with this. Fresh eyes on it tomorrow. I'll probably get it working straight away. I will read the chat in a minute. I'm sorry, I haven't spent a lot of time in the chat room tonight. I will have a read in a minute. I am going to try and sort something out though, so that I can see the chat at the same time, so I'm not having to turn my head all the time and risk getting killed by a nasty like then. Oh, he can't kill me, can he? I've remmed it out. That's all right. I can't see why this won't work now. It said it turned to key 3. I can't see why it won't work. Yes! We got there! We've done it! It worked! Halle fucking you! Brilliant! Now I've just got to tidy the code up, and all that needs to be moved out of the main loop, really. I need to work out the code and tidy that up. I just need to run that again. I'm going to play the whole game now and make sure it works again without cheating. But yeah, all that, I need to work out a little program on its own subroutine. So when you get a key and you stand in them coordinates, perhaps it then subroutines to it to make sure see if you've got a key or not. And if you have, then it works out if it's the right key for the door. I think maybe that is the way forward. Just make sure this is all. Well, I won't get that yet because in case I've got to collect it on the way back. That's my energizer, my glass of wine. I don't need to worry about them eating me, do I? Because I've got the old The old blocker on him got remmed out the collision detection, so they can run into me as much as they like. It's not going to do anything, so I must remember to turn that back on. Door is locked. Let's just stand in front of it, make sure. Yeah, it's locked. I can't get through. Completely locked. Can't get in there. There's the key. Get the key. The only other thing I've got to do is once you go through, the key disappears, which is easy. I'm not worried about that at this stage. I'm just pleased that I've got it working. I wasn't even planning on doing this tonight, so you know, at least we've done a little bit of work on it. I think at the weekend I might jump back on the. I don't know what to do at the weekend. I'm not even going to make any suggestions. What will be, will be. I was going to say I might have another go at the platform game. I don't know. But I think ATIC ATAC deserves a little bit of love at the moment. So we've got the key. Will the door open? Yes, it will. Brilliant. Finally. Still need to work out an objective to this game, what you've got to do. So there we are, back at the beginning again. Let's just check. I'm going to go all the way back round now. And that door should now be unlocked. There shouldn't be a door there. Just got to keep on grinding and getting the code right. Let's make sure that works. Yeah, it's filling up, but we're already full. There you go. Room's door's already unlocked and the key should be gone as well. Cool. Save. Working. D for door. Brilliant. Right, let me have a quick read of the comments. Right, I'm back to where it says Alex disabled damage when testing. Let EM equal 50. Bootlegger says let EM equal 50. Not sure. I'll have to scroll back up. Yeah, you're all giving me bits of code to get this working. Oh, Frank's gone. Franco's gone. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but you're cracking me up. I feel your frustration now. Key equals 2 before go. Yeah, I see there. You're all shouting at me, telling me what to do, and I couldn't see any of it. And we could have got this done probably an hour ago, but never mind. It's a bit of entertainment for you, isn't it? Oh, try draining a real life wine bottle. Yeah, do you know that ain't a bad idea, Paul? Oh no, that wasn't from Paul, sorry. Urban Lego Spaceman said that, sorry. You are very entertaining, Alex. Oh, well, thank you. You didn't remove REM? I don't know what I've removed. I've removed so much tonight, I really couldn't give a shit what I've removed now. Do you know what? I just want to go new and get rid of the whole bloody lot. Cool live stream at the weekend. If you're up to it, Alex. I'm sure you'll get people watching. I wish I could see the solution here, but I'm too confused to be honest. I've been confused all night, hopping from one program to another. We've gone from turn on collision. Yeah, I'm going to turn on the collision now, and then I'm going to save it again. Can you improve the code? Oh, hang on. That someone's commented and that disappeared. Can you improve the code doing some cleaning, like brackets you don't need, some ifs you can avoid, etc. Yeah, I think once it's all finished, I need to go through it and start optimizing it all and cleaning it up a bit. And I mean, this shouldn't be too much of a slow game because we've only got the one nasty moving, which is randomly being placed in different rooms. And I'm thinking about doing another user-defined graphic for him so we can just swap the user-defined graphic over, but it's still using the same code to move it, so it just looks like a different nasty in a different room, if you know what I mean. But I think if we were to introduce a second nasty, it would be too slow. I think we should just stick with what we've got. We can always put some obstacles in the way, which if you touch them, it takes your energy, you know? So, and that was in the real game, the ATIC ATAC game, where they had the mushrooms. You had to, if you touched a mushroom, you lost some energy. So I think that might be a good way. I mean, I was thinking, I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but I was thinking about making the character have a weapon to shoot the nasty. I don't know yet. Don't know. I'm trying to think of an objective for this game. That's something you guys need to help me with. Think about, what are we going to do with this? What's the objective to complete the game? Do we have to collect parts or whatever? I don't know. Enable collision. Don't forget. Oh, well, I can't scroll down again. Don't forget to unrem damage. Yeah, I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to have one last try. Trick. Put a semicolon at the end of each print statement because you skip the carriage return this way. Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah. Nice job, Alex. Thank you for the stream and hopefully catch you at the weekend. Thank you, Al, for streaming and everyone for the chat. Yeah, well, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn that rem back off and I'm going to do one more lap of the playing field and then I'm going to call it a night, guys. Before you go, please remember, hit that like button for me. It really helps the channel out. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything. I'm on most weekends. I tend to do live streams more now than I used to do the videos because I find the live streams a lot more entertaining. Plus I get to talk to you guys in real time. You know, you're not watching a video and then and making one of the polished videos can actually take longer than doing a live stream, to be fair. Where have I put it? There it is, line 76, list 76. Anyway, the live streams, to me, it's more, you can actually see like tonight, the workings of it and the difficulties and the frustrations and the mistakes. You get to see it live, you know. And you get to shout at the screen and call me names or whatever. I don't care. Right, let's do a lap with the collision detection on. So we can see the wine bottle drain down as I get hammered by these red nasties. I've still got to put the code into as well for when we lose a life. At the moment, it's just going straight to a stop. Oh, I forgot to turn the directional thing off and the room print up, but that doesn't matter. Probably keep it there anyway because we're still working on this. It just helps so I know where I'm at. Well, I'm not going to collect the wine yet because we don't need it. I don't want to waste it. There's only one wine glass in this at the moment. That's something else I wanted to do. Chuck a few more in. Of course, if I go back, it won't be there anyway. It's only on one way. That's something else I haven't done. Still lots to do. And I was thinking as well, I'd like to do one of the rooms which isn't a rectangle, maybe a jagged room, different, you know, just to give it a little bit of interest. But that will be something I will do off stream. Get off! Get off me! You son of a bitch, you've drunk all me wine nearly. Oh, there's another one. Let's walk back out. No, I shouldn't have done that. You idiot. I forgot the magic room. The magic room, that's what. We need to, that could perhaps be a different colour. Because you can only get to that room through the trapdoor. It's the only way to get to it. You can't go back. Once you're in, you can't go back through a door. Down the trapdoor. That needs to be moved over to the left. I don't like that. And I might make it a little bit bigger. Come on, come on. Don't let him touch me because I ain't got enough wine. Oh, no, 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 no. Right, let's get the key. Key received. It reminds me that the main character reminds me of Dusty the Bin from back in the 80s. What program was that on again? I can't remember. Was it darts or something like that, or some quiz game, wasn't it? Oh, he's close. Dusty the Bin. It was on with that comedian. I can't remember his name either. Oh, you bastard! Anyway, we know it works. I proved it worked. I'm not going to play it again because I want to go to bed. It's 11 o'clock, 2 minutes past 11. Thank you everyone for watching tonight. I really appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment. And I will be back at the weekend for some more shenanigans with the basic programming. I don't know whether it's going to be the platform game, whether it's going to be this, or maybe the Sinclair C5 game. Don't forget, I'm going to get that Sinclair C5 game. I am going to stick that on itch very quickly before I go to bed tonight. So download it and see what you can do with it. All right? Rip the program apart, make it your own. And then when you've finished it, I'll monitor the chat room a lot better next live stream. And I'll be asking, if you're ready to show it to me, then I'll give you the email address, send it over. Then I'll showcase it over the weekend if you're that quick at programming. Or if not, we'll do it the following weekend. But yeah, be interesting to see who takes on the challenge and what you can do with it. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. And as always, I shall see you on the next one. Have a good week.